Here are just a few of the great things that are happening at Batavia High School. Mrs. Wolfer's Honors Environmental Science class had to design and build energy-efficient model houses. The students worked in groups to research and select the best materials for their homes. Each group tested their completed houses by simulating summer and winter conditions to see which house was the most energy efficient. The students put together a great deal of work and research into each house, and some were even able to incorporate working solar panels into their designs. Miss Lang's and Mrs. Korn's Algebra 2 classes took Barbie dolls and taught them how to bungee jump. This was to demonstrate their knowledge of linear equations, slope, and distance. The students were given a small number of rubber bands and a Barbie and then had to hypothesize how many rubber bands would give the doll the best thrill ride when each one was thrown off the stadium bleachers. The students were able to demonstrate their knowledge in a fun and exciting way. A group of 16 National Honor Society students attended the Anthony Munoz Youth Leadership Summit at Cintas Center at Xavier University. This year's theme, Spark, encouraged students to become leaders and initiate community service projects in their schools based on local issues. Batavia's project, titled Empowering Women Together, will focus on raising money for Batavia YWCA, visiting a nursing home, and gathering gently used prom dresses to be donated. Nick Heron, a graduate of the class of 2014, arrived earlier this month at Batavia High School for a visit in a very unique way, by flying his very own helicopter onto the Batavia High School campus. Nick treated several staff members, including Mrs. Eberhardt, to flights in the helicopter, and everyone was amazed by his skills. Nick is studying aviation business management at Embry-Riddle University in Florida.
Like any great love, it keeps you guessing. Like any real love, it's ever changing. Like any true love, it drives you crazy.
Mrs. Pappas's genetics class have been observing genetic mutations using fruit flies. The students have been studying the inheritance patterns of wingless mutations in different generations of flies. The students are currently sorting and counting the second generation of flies. Here are some pictures of their lab. Mrs. Haymaker's second and sixth period physics classes were asked to create water balloon firing devices that could shoot over 10 meters and hit a 6x6 white sheet repeatedly. The water balloons were filled with colored water, and the students were able to create unique splatter art by repeatedly firing and hitting the sheet. This was a great lesson that incorporated elements of physics, engineering, and fun.